MarioDickinsCreations.com, the leader in customizable memorial printing and graphic presentation. With over 24 years of experience working with families, honoring their loved ones, creating industry trends, they offer all styles of obituaries from standard to custom with exquisite paper upgrades available. MarioDickinsCreations.com offers grand memorial presentation displays such as adult life-size cutout, backdrops, casket panels, retractable banner stands, poster boards, floor mat, banners, bookmarks, buttons, masks, and shirts, fully customizable. They also now offer urns, woven blankets, casket decal, and fully printed casket wrap. Everything you need to showcase your loved one's legacy. 24-hour rush upgrades available. On time, professional, and convenient. Go to MarioDickinsCreations.com, click on Memorial Service, and get started today.
Crazy, listen by the wrist, keep that 40 by the hip. I got that super damn drip.
End of that field. Appreciate that. Definitely. I'll make
I've been sipping on ricotta, gon' pop me a bottle, pour me up a drink. Yeah, she been sipping on ricotta, gon' pour her a bottle, pour her up a drink, pour us up a drink. A ricotta, we gon' have a drink. A ricotta, everybody drinking. Ricotta, get you some ricotta. Oh, I've been sipping on ricotta. I've been sipping on ricotta. I've been sipping on ricotta. Ricotta or more, drink like a boss.
MarioDickinsCreations.com, the leader in customizable memorial printing and graphic presentation. With over 24 years of experience working with families, honoring their loved ones, creating industry trends, they offer all styles of obituaries from standard to custom with exquisite paper upgrades available. MarioDickinsCreations.com offers grand memorial presentation displays such as adult life-size cutout, backdrops, casket panels, retractable banner stands, poster boards, floor mat, banners, bookmarks, buttons, masks, and shirts, fully customizable. They also now offer urns, woven blankets, casket decal, and fully printed casket wrap. Everything you need to showcase your loved one's legacy. 24-hour rush upgrades available. On time, professional, and convenient. Go to MarioDickinsCreations.com, click on Memorial Service, and get started today.
Yeah, black excellence. I am excellently black with intelligence. I am heaven sent.
You are now tuned in to the Slicktalk with Scalez podcast.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not one.
Yeah, 1. Yes. They can hear us now. Oh, they can hear us now. Okay, yeah, we here, we live, we lit. Yes, sir. If you just tapping in with us, please share this everywhere that you can for me. You know what I'm saying? This is the Slicktalk with Scalez podcast that you are now tuned into. You know what I'm saying? This is episode 129. Black Girls Rock is the name of this episode, and we are back. It's Tuesday. We lit. We had a special episode on Saturday. We had the homie Huey V from Rock Nation, Warehouse Music, Memphis Bleaks artist right here from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, getting introduced to the city. Yeah, we've been podding. So we did 3 shows last week, you know what I mean? But we had to make up because we had missed a couple Tuesdays and shit. So You know what I mean? Marcus L, what's happening? Yeah, Full Circle Television. What's happening? Marcus and Kayla tapping in with us. They said, what up, Ash?
Hey.
Yeah, in the comments.
Hey, you
know what I mean?
all.
So like I said, if you're on Facebook, please share this everywhere that you can for me. Let people know that we live. It's the Slick Talk with Scalez podcast. Also, shout out to my Twitter audience. What's popping with y'all? Retweet this and share this everywhere that you can. Also, shout out to my YouTube people. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification, like, icon, all that shit, so you can stay up on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Slick Talk with Scalez TV. Slick Talk with Scalez podcast TV.
Okay, period.
Is the name of it on YouTube. Slick Talk with Scalez podcast TV. So we live in all three of those places right now. You know what I'm saying? So let people know that we live and we lit. We ain't gonna waste no time getting into this shit, man. Y'all know who always rocking and rolling with me as usual is my dog Don. Hold me down. Say what's up to the people.
What up? Melancholy Beaver Tears. 816 in the house.
Melancholy
Beaver Tears.
Melancholy Beaver Tears.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ain't even finna try to.
Unique.
Yeah, I ain't even finna try to
Extra
get into that.
And you know, if you don't know, I get randomized generated screen names.
Okay.
Yeah, like the video game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
know that.
yeah.
So every time I log into the show, I have a different screen.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. So, yeah. On that note, the reason the name of this episode, like I said, is episode 129 of the Slick Talk with Scalez podcast. Is called Black Girls Rock. It's because we got author and just all around fly girl Ashley Stokes in the building with us today, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Hey y'all,
Mhm.
it is me, Ashley S. Stokes.
Talk
Please don't
your
forget the S like Woozy F, baby.
Talk your shit.
Author and motivational speaker, also the owner operator of Sip and Speak. Yes, upcoming for the ladies. Definitely can't wait to have the ladies in the building. It's going to be May 1st, if you did not know. It will be at Freight 38 from 3 to 6 p.m. And I just cannot wait to sit and speak with the ladies. We're going to have some healing talk, fun, conversation. Of course, we definitely going to get our shit off. You know, we're going to pop our shit.
So, as you can see, Don, already, we dealing with another professional. You know? Yeah, Huey V, who's been... No, for real. We had Huey V on here the other day who was media trained by Jay-Z them and shit. So he knew how to do a good interview. And now we got you sitting here and you already to plug some shit I had on here as a question.
I've been practicing.
Let me scratch that off the list already because you already got to that. Sip and Speak. That was one of my things I was going to ask you about.
I mean, you can still ask about it because I can get more in detail.
Freight 38 when?
Freight 38 from 3 to 6 p.m. It is for the ladies. Definitely wanted to make sure that I highlighted something for the ladies.
What day is it?
It's a Sunday, May 1st.
May 1st.
May 1st, 3 to 6 p.m. At Freight 38, 838 South 1st Street. A healing event just stemmed around conversations, the things that we kind of ignore, tend to not bring to light, the shit that we scared to talk about. And then we can have conversations around like anything, like you can relate to other women in the building type shit. Like you can have full conversations and not feel ashamed of what it is that you're talking about or embarrassed about the things that you're going through or the situation that you've gone through. So it doesn't necessarily have to be current. It could be the past.
This the first one?
This is actually I would definitely say it's the fourth one.
Okay.
But the other ones was much smaller. This is the first biggest one though. This is the biggest Sip and Speak. So I'm super excited about it.
Okay, so
before we get into it hard, I got a bone to pick with the Slick Talk audience.
What happened?
Our views are going through the roof on YouTube, which we appreciate, but the views are not matching the subscribers.
Yeah, y'all guys, even though we went over 200 today, clap for that. We had 203. Right. We went over 200 subscribers, so it is growing gradually, but not as fast as the viewership or the views are up.
Please.
So just don't be nosy. Please hit the subscribe button, and you can be as nosy as you want to. You can get fucking notifications that come straight to your phone, so you can be nosy. You don't gotta sneak it. You ain't gotta sneak and watch the pod. You feel me? You can actually, you know what I mean? Let us know that you watching the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Period. So that's cool. You know what I mean? That's it right there. So, like I said, man, if you're on Facebook right now, please share this everywhere that you can for me. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into this too. So you got a book out.
Yes, I do.
Congratulations on that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The name of the book is
Lost in Child Welfare. I definitely brought my book today just to make sure that people know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is my first
away.
book.
Shamelessly plug.
Shamelessly plug.
It's my first book. It's about my life in foster care. I grew up in foster care. I was in foster care for about 15 years of my life, and I think that it's a topic that people don't really talk about, and it's something that's kind of ignored. So I wanted to bring light to the things that I was going through, the things that I still actually deal with from time to time that is definitely buried underneath certain traumas and trials, tribulations, whatever it is. But I wanted to make sure that people know what it is that I was going through, and like, damn, like she kind of like crazy where she got this going on. But it wasn't necessarily that I was crazy. It was just like I bottled so much anger and emotion up, and now it's like I'm at a point in my life where I just got to get it out. Like,
so since you put the book out, have you found that it's more people who had your struggle?
Yes, in similar situations, not the same circumstance much as like foster care, but some people definitely can relate to the situations that I've gone through. It don't necessarily have to be the topic foster care, but we've all had like our personal situations.
Shout out Eric from Sweats and Suits checking in. What's happening, players? My boys. So yeah, the meaning behind the title, Child Lost in Welfare. Can you give me a little more?
Yes. Lost in Child Welfare is basically I felt lost. Like I didn't feel like there was a place for me there. I've always felt like the system, when you're a ward of the state, it's kind of like they own you. You know what I'm saying? You're property of the state. And when I was going through those things, I really felt lost. Like I felt like nobody was there to help me. Nobody was there to guide me. And I felt like that was their job. So if I am a kid in foster care growing up, and I feel like you're supposed to be there for me. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to pick me up when I feel down. You're supposed to be that backbone when I don't have that. And unfortunately, I just felt really like lost in the system. It was going to be a lot of different titles, but I was going to keep the Lost in Child Welfare.
Lost in Child Welfare got marketing. It even got a movie ring to it.
Yes, yes.
I can hear a movie.
Speak kids, because that's what I want to do.
Well, our sponsor, Ricardo Moore, Steve O'Love, he's doing movies. He's got 2 movies out on Amazon Prime and Tubi right now.
That's
and he works with local authors. Yeah. That's where he gets his scripts from. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, we're going to speak it into fruition right here.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody who can write your screenplay.
When you see me playing.
Well, how you know I ain't got it written already?
When you see me playing the young fine social worker, you know what I'm saying? Help her get to the family. You know what I mean? When y'all see me doing that, you know what I mean? You know, it was talked about right here on the podcast.
Right.
Yes, sir. So the movie thing was on here too. When did you drop it? What was the release date?
The release date was last year, May 2nd. Okay. So it's coming up on its year release. This book is a series book, so this is actually part 1. So it will be a series book, and book 2 comes out next year. But I think that once I released this book, it was definitely something that was freeing. It was something that I had to release because, like I mentioned, I had that built up pressure, that built up anxiety, that I was more worried about people and what they were saying to me or how they felt about me releasing the book, because they knew that they may have had a piece in this book or whatever the case may be, to where when I dropped my book, y'all, I got a call the next day, like, why the fuck would you put that in there? Like, why would you say this? Like, why would you?
You told somebody.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I'm a whistleblower.
I mean, to tell that story, to tell your story, people have to be incriminated. Anybody that hurt you or anybody that played a role in anything that affected you or traumatized you, you're gonna be incriminated by this.
And it's happened when you were a child.
Right, exactly. It happened when I was a kid, and I felt like, though I didn't mention specific names, but when you read the book and you know the story of where I come from, it's like, oh, I know exactly who she's talking about. You know what I'm saying? If you know me, you know that I grew up on 5th and Aber. You know the Copelands. You know that I went to Green Bay Avenue School. Like, so you know what's going on. And it's kind of like a lot of times I think that people kind of forget that, like, I'm going to remember this shit, but don't forget. Like, I know what's still going on.
You might have to face this one day.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I am facing it. Like, it's stuff that I still, get triggered from. We have triggers that continue throughout life, and it just continues to grow.
And
this
is a part of your healing process.
Yes.
So I wouldn't be mad at nobody for doing it. You know what I mean? I'd be more mad at myself that the shit happened and now I gotta face the fact that it happened. But I would be applauding you and supporting you because that's a part of your healing process.
Right.
You know?
It is. Absolutely.
Is you speaking your truth and verbalizing it. You know, some people can internally heal, other people some people gotta verbalize.
Yes.
Some people gotta write it down.
Yes.
Some people gotta do both. And you did both.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, and that made you feel better. And it's helping you brand yourself. Now you've created a career out of this. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So
telling my story is big though. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's helping me heal through the process. Like, you know, as I continue to heal from it, it's not like something that will ever be healed with a D at the end. You know what I'm saying? I'm healing.
But it's a process.
It's a process. Like we grow through the things that we've gone through. And I think that that's extremely important to, you know, highlight, like, yeah, this shit not gonna stop. It's just like,
how long did it take to write? And I almost feel dumb asking that question.
Don't even
talking, but I'm gonna tell you why after you give me your answer.
So I've been writing since I was a little girl. It started with journaling. Like I used to write out the things that I wanted to do with either myself or how I felt about the people that were around me. Because first of all, y'all wouldn't believe that I was a timid child. I was a kid that was scared to talk. Yes, really. I was scared to talk. I was more so like, I was afraid of, like, you know, when you get to talk, if you talk back, you know, you're gonna get in trouble. And I always knew there was a piece of me like, don't act up, because if you do, there's not going to be a foster home that wants you. So I kind of was like a good kid. Like I wasn't a bad kid at all. So I used to write in my journals a lot about the things that I wanted to do. And once I met Antoine Fisher at 15 and a half, 16, and I watched his movie like a year prior, I was just like, I know exactly what I want to do. So he
told Joe's story. So that's what I'm saying. By him telling his story, it opens up. In all victimization situations, no matter what type of victimization situation you in, if somebody else is speaking their truth, even if it only affects one person in the room, you never know. Because like you saying, Antoine Fisher's story
he
inspired you to do what you're doing right now. So that's super dope, man. Like that's fire. Where is it available?
It is available on AshleySstokes.com on my website, or you can also purchase it from Amazon too. With, you know, Ashley S. Stokes. Please don't forget the S, like BTS, baby.
So the reason I was gonna say, the reason why I said, how long did it take you to write it, and why I said it, I was gonna say it was a dumb question, is because that's something that happens with artists per se. Like for me, for instance, in my catalog of music that I've made, I feel like I've made dope shit since my first shit, but it's people who've been following my career since day one who be like, yeah, that shit cool, but your first joint is your best. Jay-Z, we feel like his first joint is his best. Nas, we feel like his first joint is his best. So the thing why I'm saying that is you take your whole life to write that. And that's why I feel like we hold artists to a standard where we be like, damn, why they can't recreate that? Because it took them 20 years or however long it took. It took them their entire lives to write this first body of work. Now everything else they do after that is just for your entertainment. But this first one is their story. You see what I'm saying? This is them venting. This is them, their release. This is their getting it out. You know what I'm saying? Mary J. My Life. You know what I mean? We liked albums after that, but that was the one. And even she said it on the documentary, like, that's the one. You see what I'm saying? So that's dope. Like, that's why I was saying, now that I'm listening to you tell your story, and I had the question on here, that's why I'm like, it's kind of dumb. But at the same time, I was explaining, now I'm explaining to you why I said that.
Yes, absolutely.
How did you find the courage to actually publish?
That's
a big thing for me.
I think after I was like telling my friends, shout out to Kayla Lewis Allen, who's an extreme pusher.
Friends of the show. They've been here twice.
Yeah,
we gotta get them to the compound. They ain't been here yet.
She's an extreme pusher. Extreme when I hyphen that. But it was just a point where she was just like, dude, like, I kept saying, like, I wrote the book, it was already done, but she was like, yeah, it's time to put it out now. And I was more worried about, it was done for many years. And it's like, okay, dude, you got to get this out. You need to tell your story. It's kind of like, it's time. The time is now type of thing. So it was more so like that push and just saying, fuck what people think. You don't have to worry about what they think. It is what it is. They're going to think that anyway. So it's not about them anymore. It's about you and just basically putting yourself first. So
once again, like I said, I always give people their flowers while they on here. And Marcus and Kayla, from the first time they was on Slicktalk, they got a quote of mine that they use all the time and shit, and they post on their Instagram and they post all the time at their events, where I said, y'all made therapy cool.
Yeah, for sure.
That y'all made talking about relationships, y'all made that shit cool.
Absolutely.
Like, so that's the thing with Black people, is that it ain't so much that we was afraid to tell people about our, you know what, everything with us is we want to be cool. Yeah. Man. So if that shit ain't cool, we not doing it. We don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But if more people come out, more rappers, more basketball players, more influencers to be like, yeah, I deal with anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Yes, like absolutely. if you have more people like, I grew up traumatized and look at what I turned into, or you know what I'm saying? This and that shit can help people. You know what I mean? But so I fuck with that. I fuck with that. For sure. Absolutely. Man, so, yep. I wish you the best on it. Like I said, you got our full support. I damn near need to start a Slicktalk with Scalez book list. Okay. So I can put you on there like Oprah Book Club and shit. But absolutely, man. Y'all make sure y'all get that lost in child welfare. If you work in NPS or you working with young adults and children and shit, I suggest you tap in with this young lady. I think your kids need to read this book. You
yes, absolutely. Not only that, I just would love to speak to the kids because I think that they get to see the people that look exactly like them. That was my thing when I was growing up. I felt like nobody looked exactly like me. Like, how you got all these white social workers telling me what it is and what's going on with my life and how I should do this. And first of all, you 21, just got out of college, scared as hell of me. And I'm scared as hell of you because I don't know who you are. You don't even look like me.
I'm raised in a condition and environment where you type of people.
You don't even understand that.
Yeah,
exactly. So I think that that's important for us to have that in these schools, to at least talk about the conversation, create some conversation around healing, creation conversation around trauma and the things that we've gone through. The more and more that I talk about it, the more and more that I heal. And I think that that's important.
Very important. So like I said, man, y'all make sure y'all go get that Lost in Child Welfare by Ashley Stokes. It's available. Ashley S. Stokes. Don't forget the S. Available on it's on Amazon, right?
Yes, on Amazon or my website, ashleySstokes.com.
Okay, so Ashley, I know you've watched a couple episodes. We do like trending topics.
Yes.
And then at the end, we're gonna play this versus game where you're gonna have to drink, but I'll explain all of that. So let me get to that part. So, you're gonna drink now.
Gonna drink.
So first off, since I got you here, and the name of this episode is Black Girls Rock, I want to get this out the way before we move on. Okay. The City Crime Stoppers has released 2 rewards for Jen, who used to work at Skybox. Her and her daughter were killed. Yes, her and her baby was killed. She was pregnant and she was murdered. And then also Katie from Brownstone, Crystal Tucker. They have released $1,000 rewards, and I believe they released both of the suspects' names in their cases. So the names are actually on. I don't know if Don can put it on the screen.
It's on the screen.
Okay. Their names are actually on there. So, you know what I mean? I just wanted to put that out. Y'all know this platform, I'm all about protecting women, especially protecting Black women, but protecting women in general. And I had to put this out here because I was close to Katie.
And Katie was a friend of the family.
Great, she was family. So, you know what I mean? I also have to do that. Plus, I knew Jen from working in the service industry, from working in nightclubs and being around the club scene as long as I have. I knew Jen very well. You know what I mean? So I want to say rest in peace to both of them, and I hope they both get justice. So I wanted to get that out the way first before we got into any silly shit or any, you know what I mean, miscellaneous shit.
Shenanigans.
So another person I want to get out the way before we move on, and I know KB tired of hearing this shit just like I am. Jada Pinkett makes another statement.
What she said?
She said that she never wanted to marry Will, and it was a horrible wedding ceremony, and she cried at the wedding.
First of all, I think that she got some underlying shit that she going through right now. And
right now,
I mean, but it's exploding. It's overloading right now. So it's kind of like she going through a whole lot. Like she really got some shit going on that she really needs to iron out. And I get it. Like, everything is not for the public. Right now, you already in a line like Will done did whatever he done did. And it's kind of like, fam, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You know what I'm saying? And I get it. I get that you want to express yourself right now, but right now it's not the time. It's a time and a place for everything. That's the saying. So I think that
was our whole thing about him slapping Chris Rock. Was this a time and a place for everything?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And I
that
get
was our whole thing.
Me personally, if I was in that position, I would have much rather my person to, you know what I'm saying, check him on the side. You know what I'm saying? Get right with him. And whether I was there or not, you're gonna have that conversation and you're gonna have to come see me.
That's exactly what me and Don said.
And that's just what I believe. Like, now you don't have to put yourself on a platform where you're going to be embarrassed or embarrassing our family or our brand or whatever the case may be, and the culture, because they already think we angry and aggressive. So you're giving them more opportunity, more ammo to look at us like, look at these monkeys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Stephanie in the comments said Jada going through menopause.
She going through something. I really think it's menopause. It's
midlife crisis.
It's a midlife crisis.
Can we bring back like the Salem witch trials, or like burnt witches at the stake?
Well, I like witches. So
some witches are good though.
Some witches are good.
Yeah, some witches are good. She ain't one of them.
Yeah, I just think that she got a lot going on, and it's been since the what was it? The thing that she had with August Alsina. What was the thing? What did they call
Entanglement.
it? Entanglement. It's been since the entanglement, and I think that she has some things that she really needs to get out.
Can we stop calling it the entanglement now?
I don't know what the hell it was.
Can we say she fucked that little boy?
I mean,
fucked the little boy.
But we call it the entanglement. We call it the entanglement.
When he came to their house, he was a little boy. When he came to live with them, he was a little boy.
Well, I don't know.
He was Jaden's friend.
Well, I know he was the friend, but I didn't think he came that young.
Yes.
I didn't know.
He was like
part.
17, 18.
Okay, I didn't know that part.
So
I just thought he, once he was
out,
August Alsina.
It was real predatory.
Yeah.
Real suspect. If Will had did it, we'd be trying to put him under the jail.
Facts.
Yeah, it's a different story.
They're totally different story.
That's
a grown ass man with grown ass man parts. That's them soul ties with August and Pac whooping her ass.
Yeah.
She got my guy out here looking like a mall. Give her ass Kodak Black. Yeah, Kodak Black made a video.
Hey, listen, Kodak told Jay that shit.
He told Jada Pinkett, you deserve me.
Right.
Did you see that video? He told Jada, you deserve me. You don't deserve Will.
Yeah.
You deserve a nigga like me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna get right rough with you. Like, that's gonna get right with you. Because she kind of doing a whole lot of shit that's unnecessary right now. Like I said, like, deal with your shit, but some stuff, it's a time and a place.
It makes me wonder, like, who is she flexing for? You know what I mean? Who is this weird flex for?
I don't know if it's a flex. I just think it's the shit that she going through, and she don't know how to express it. It ain't even a flex.
I think it's her.
It's her natural self. This is who she is, and this is always who she's been. It's just like
I was telling Don, I think it's also because she doesn't work often. I think if she works more, she really don't, but neither does Will.
Right.
But I think he works to keep himself out of bullshit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's my thing with her. I don't think her time is consumed enough. Their children are adults.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's not at home, stay at home mom anymore.
She's not getting.
She's not reaping the benefit.
That's what I'm saying. She's not working enough. It ain't even about getting ton of worlds. If she pick up the phone and call 50-50, gonna get a budget for her to do two episodes of Power.
Right.
That's work. That's getting you out the house on a set with a script. Even if she just went around shows, she could do Greenleaf. It's a bunch of black little shows that would love Jada Pinkett star power. Just to say for one episode, they got Jada Pinkett on the episode.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? She not working enough,
think
bro.
she bored?
She bored. Will doing Bel Air. Bad Boys 4 was in the works. Yeah. He had another he had like a superhero movie getting ready to come out. And he always working. His on his IG. The nigga be like shooting movies on his IG, his book. Like he always doing some shit. And I think he do that because if he sits idle, he's one of them dudes with a mind where an idle mind is the devil's workshop. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Where he can get himself into some trouble. He gotta keep himself working and consuming. You know what I'm saying?
Said she waiting on Will to put it on her ass. She from Brooklyn. She need a thug in her life. Because
some other niggas ain't loving her right. Ain't that what Pac said? You need an NIGGA. So we can make love and smoke weed all day.
She needs some healing. Child, that baby needs some healing.
Facts. Scary situation for with my man and that lady. She tripping. I don't know if back to some Milwaukee news. I don't know if people remember the young man Keyshawn Thomas died in the police station in 5th District.
Yeah.
His friend ran in there and fired shots in the police district, I think the next day or the day after.
Wow.
So the police put out the body cam footage the other day, and on the footage, you can see him ingesting a substance. Yeah. The black police officer asked him, I saw what you just did. Do you need to go to the hospital?
Well, you saw what he just did.
But okay, so from my understanding, legally they're not supposed to. If you deny, this is like a right that goes to Congress. This ain't got nothing to do with the Milwaukee Police Department. This is like standard procedure everywhere. If they say, do you want to go, unless you're incoherent, then they got to do something. But if you're still coherent and they say, do you want medical attention, and you deny it, that's on you.
I mean, I get it though. I get where you're coming from, even if it's a constitutional thing. At the end of the day,
you ingested it.
True, because you try not to get popped. But you killing yourself. But at the same time, if I'm the police officer and to protect and serve, I saw what you just did. I'm calling the ambulance anyway. And I get that. Okay, if you're saying, do you need to go? And of course, he's gonna say no because he pumped it out. Now you about to charge me with whatever I just did. Or shit, have them pump it out of you and take your ass to the mental health complex. You know what I mean? It's just like
Stephanie said he confessed this to the officer and said he did it, but didn't say how much he consumed.
A whole lot of it, apparently.
Yeah.
Like absolutely. It was a whole lot going on. And if I'm the cop and to protect and serve, like I saw you do something, I'm calling anyway. I think under no circumstances would I not be trying to save a life if I just saw them. And if I'm supposed to protect and serve, it just don't make sense. And I get it. They don't look at it. Yeah. Right, and I know that, and it's kind of like it's all messed up. At the end of the day,
it's a fucked up situation all the way around the board. You know what I mean? I think the only thing they could have done was check on him more, knowing that he ingested something.
Right.
True.
They probably left him there. Okay,
I mean, they did. They just threw him in the cell. They asked him, "Did you want to go to the hospital?" No. You don't want to go? Bam. Threw his ass in the cell and went on about their business.
What they be doing? They leave him. Was it just like a book? He was getting booked for like 3 days.
I think they had a theft warrant or something, like a theft warrant or something.
So he was gonna get out once he got his court date.
Yeah, absolutely. You know as soon as he seen the judge, they was probably gonna PR bound him because it was like a petty theft warrant for like stealing from like a store.
Exactly, and I also think that what it was definitely something that he had. It was, we don't know if it was like fentanyl.
No, it was something to that extent. Yeah.
It was something to that extent, and niggas get 100 years for fentanyl. So he like, I'm just about to do what I need to do. And that was a quick thinking moment.
I seen the young street dude in somebody's comments. I think it might have been Mixtape Trapper. Shout out DJ Jerry. But I've seen another young street cat because I went to his IG and checked out his page. Another street cat said, stay on the sidewalk. Don't play in traffic. He didn't have it. And I kind of felt him because he was like, pretty much saying like I do that shit, and if they arrest me, I'm not ingesting that shit. Yeah. So do you got arrested for a petty? Like he was saying what you saying, like nigga sit in there, do your time, and get out that motherfucker. Exactly. And then second of all, don't be fucking with shit like that if you ain't ready to go down for that shit. You see what I'm saying? That's pretty much what Lil Dog was saying. So I thought the angle of a nigga who really in that lifestyle, his opinion was the all out of the 100 comments on there. His was the one that stood out to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because me and you, we ain't in that lifestyle, so we're gonna give our opinions. But I wanted to hear the opinion of a young nigga in that lifestyle who thought that was a dumb move too.
So at that point, Scalez, if he took it out and put it on the floor and did it like this, how much could they possibly get up?
Come on,
right.
So that's pretty much what Fam was saying. Fam was saying it was so much other shit you could have did except for take yourself out of here. That's why I said don't go playing in traffic. Stay your ass on the sidewalk.
Not only that piece of it, it's like, did y'all even check this man? Like, you know what I'm saying? What y'all just picked them up?
But I've been arrested before. They don't check you. They don't give a fuck. They throw you in that motherfucker and don't come back. They're not. It's not like a hospital or a nursing home where they coming back to check on you every few minutes, checking your vitals and shit. They don't give a fuck. No, unless you're going upstairs. Then they check you thoroughly. Wow. But if you in that holding cell and in that booking room and shit,
they don't give a fuck.
Never. That shit like a meat locker. No, for real, it's just bodies in there on what? It's like a slave ship. It's just a number. For real, once you get upstairs, you actually a bunk. Once you get upstairs, you actually a bunk in the name on this card that the dude who watching your pod or whatever for the night or for the day, he got your name and number on there. But downstairs, when you first get that motherfucker, you still got your regular clothes on. You know what I'm saying? It's like a meat locker. Like they just throw you in that bitch.
Let me explain to you why it's like that, right? So when you first get arrested, you're not getting paid for.
Yeah.
Right?
What do you mean? You're not
Okay,
getting
so
paid
the criminal system
is
in
a lot
America,
like the child welfare system.
Oh, absolutely. We get a number.
You get a number.
We get a number.
And y'all ain't shit until a family get y'all and they can make some money off of y'all. See what I'm saying?
So you go upstairs and you are assigned a number. You are now making money
for the state.
You
being in that bunk. It's just like MPS kids being in a seat.
Right.
I worked at schools where I ain't gonna drop no names, but I worked at schools where we lied about our attendance to make sure we got this check in September.
Wow.
Yeah. About kids being in the seat. Like they literally came to my room and said, no, you didn't do your attendance right. Yeah. This is what you do. I'll fix that. Don't worry about it.
Baby, listen.
You know what I'm saying? And it was to make sure that but I did it because I wouldn't have got paid.
Yeah.
Right. I worked for like 3 or 4 weeks for free.
Never.
And because of this check we got in September from the state, because we lied about our attendance and kids being there, and the kids weren't fucking there. Wow. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with the prison system.
Okay, so think about it. What if something would have happened to that kid? How would that even come up? Who would be able to answer those questions? You said that this kid was here on this day and this kid wasn't, but they were.
So what you describing is auditing, just like they do with taxes. Yeah. It's the same thing with the school attendance. They audit us, but it's at the end of the year, baby. School over now. Right.
Wow.
You wouldn't know if the motherfucker was here or not. School over. We done sent the check. School over now. We done spent the check.
That's insane.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's a few motherfuckers who get caught, but majority of the people get away with it. Even the big dogs get away with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's a loophole. Everybody looking for a loophole. You know?
So basically, he wasn't even a ward of the state, or
no, he wasn't even booked in yet.
Booked in yet.
He hadn't made it downtown because his next stop was downtown from the district.
What and where's this?
4th and Locust.
Oh well, that's one of the biggest places. They get investigated like a motherfucker. They get
that's the 52206. They got the most arrest. That district has the most arrests for black men in America. Yeah, that one has the most arrests for black men in America.
They are getting investigated all the time, consistently.
Remember, that's the one doing the George Floyd riots that the niggas attacked that police station. You know what I'm saying? So the protesters attacked that police station. So rest in peace to the brother Keyshawn, man. You know,
for sure.
You know what I mean? Sorry that had to go down. Sad situation for the city, the police, everybody. If you ask me, it's all fucked up. And some wild ass news. Florida's a wild place.
They're crazy.
Chicago's a wild.
Okay, shout out to my city first of all.
Chicago's a wild.
Not like Florida.
Think about Chicago.
Chicago is wild.
Chicago's wild. We got Juice. That happened in Chicago. Niggas, because he a Hollywood nigga. We act like that happened in Los Angeles. That happened in Chicago.
No, but that's because he was working.
Exactly. That's where they do the show at. That's where they do Empire. But I'm just saying. So, and then we got, of course, 300 bodies in 2 weeks and shit like that going on air every 2 weeks. Every paycheck period, they got 300 bodies. Right. So
they crazy.
Soul food restaurant owner is arrested for serving her boyfriend intestines to customers in Chicago.
She had to do what she had to do.
No. I put that on here to see what the women had to say. Well, what did he do? I knew that's what a woman first.
No, you know what?
You know what?
She served her
boyfriend intestines to customers.
Baby has some mental health problems going on because ain't no way that. How did you eat?
Yeah, intestines.
How did you
intestines?
Cut him up?
Like, exactly.
And who helped?
She should have bought a tiger. That's much cleaner. Apparently, I mean, ask Carol Baskins.
Because the tiger would just eat you whole.
Yeah.
Or an anaconda or something like that. I'd have just bought an anaconda.
They say pigs, man.
Pigs when they hungry.
Pigs eat it all too. From the rooter to the stool.
Yes, they will. When the pigs go around that doggone pig like that, baby, listen. When you put some food somewhere in the middle, they also don't like to be around shit too. Pigs are actually clean as fuck. I learned this from the Animal Planet. But when they going around, that pit like this, and they just keep circling, they are hungry as hell. But you notice when pigs are hungry, they go to one spot and they devour it. It's like they eat bones, everything. They eat through everything. They're kind of like rodents, like rats, right? When rats are like,
I mean, they got the same tail as a rat and a rodent and shit.
Right.
That
So when rats are like extremely hungry, put some fire up underneath the rat and you watch how fast it crawls through you. Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck a pig do.
I never knew that. I just learned. So you learned something the other day here on the Slicktalk with Scalez podcast. I never knew that.
Learned it here first.
Yeah, my brainiac ass didn't know that one right there. That's because I ain't no country boy farm nigga. I remember my daddy took me down. My daddy took me down to my cousin and farm.
Yes, hogs.
Yeah, hog. Also, that's where the wild hog.
Yes, the hog will do it, baby.
My daddy took me down to the farm. I was probably like 7 years old. My cousin and them, and they outside of Beloit, right? By way of Chicago, but some Chicago niggas that moved to Beloit got them a farm. You know what I'm saying? It's tired of that city shit. By way of Arkansas was in Chicago for a little while. Yeah, look, my cousin them, you know what I mean? Made their way on up to Beloit. Now this nigga got a jerry curl in the farm and horses and shit. So he probably did retire from the game. But anyway, we go down there.
Jerome.
Yeah, he was Jerome from Snowfall. But I'm a hard-headed little boy, you know what I'm saying? So they put me on the horse. You know, you're supposed to kick the horse in the side. Right. Shit. I kicked the dog shit out the horse.
Oh, definitely.
Pow! Fucked him up. I hurt him like hurt. You know what I'm saying? I think I got him in his ribs instead of like his side. But I'm a badass little boy.
Wow.
Wow, that motherfucker bucked me off that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, they don't play. They do not play. Yeah, they don't play.
All it did was knock the wind out of me, thank God. But fucked me up. And I never went on a farm after that again. Like
you lucky you turn around and kick your mother.
It only take one
experience. He took off though. Like he went that way and I went in the air and he went that way. You know
it only take one experience. Like I have the same thing with like cats. I don't like cats. I don't like big cats, tigers, none of that shit. Like a cat, I had a cat sleeping on me on my chest. It was like a small little, kitten, but I forgot that it was there. You know how you wake up in a sudden, and when I was shocked waking up, it scared him. It scared him and just clawed the hell out of him. Yeah. And after that, I don't like cats. I don't like none of them. It's over with.
Every time somebody bring up horses, I want to bring up this random fact. You know, horses like the biggest lie the white man ever told.
Which one?
So
the biggest lie?
Yeah, one of the biggest lies the white man ever told.
Besides telling us we African American.
Yeah, besides
that's
telling us
American.
The horses are indigenous to North America. They're indigenous to North America.
Facts.
So they show you all these movies and all this shit with knights on horses and shit like that. They didn't have horses.
Well, what the fuck was they riding you on?
Donkeys.
Think about it. Jesus them came in on donkeys and shit. Wasn't no horses.
Right.
Think about the Bible. Wasn't no horses. It was all donkeys. Ass. Remember, ass was all through the Bible. I used to tell my grandma, it's a cuss word in the Bible. When she used to tell me read, I'm like, Granny, it's a cuss word right here. She's like, boy, shut the fuck up. Keep reading that shit. Get your ass back in there and read that Galatians 11:1-3. Stop playing with me. It say ass right here, Granny. Jesus was on the ass riding in Jerusalem. Quit playing with me. But no, that's what I'm saying. Well, think about it. One of the horses, but they lied with the Roman horse and all that shit, trying to make Romans look bigger than what they was. Hannibal, African warrior, took over the goddamn world.
Yeah.
Elephants, baby. He used elephants.
Wow.
So you know it wasn't no horses and shit. This nigga used elephants. If it was horses, he'd have been on horses.
Right.
Yeah.
This nigga went straight to elephants. Like, I ain't riding no zebras. We gonna ride an elephant. You need to train these big motherfuckers. Gonna ride one of them.
They didn't learn how to ride horses until they came over
here.
Wow.
Now the Vikings had horses, but that's because the Vikings came to North America prior to everybody.
And they got
else.
that from the Indians.
Wow.
You'll be surprised how much the white man stole from black people in Indians.
Oh yeah, we know
everything. Their entire culture is Indian culture for real when you think about it. They just tweaked some shit and made it theirs. Like, this is our shit now. You know what I'm saying? Just like they do us. You know what I mean?
They got all the land in the casinos.
Yep.
That was their way of giving back.
Yeah, that was their way of giving back.
Absolutely.
Taxation.
That's insane.
Free taxation. And me and Don was talking about this the other day on the phone. Like, why we can't get that shit? You know what I'm saying? You want to know why we can't get that shit? Because they make us African American.
Yeah.
That's why we got to shed that title. See, we ain't got no ties to Africa. Because if we did, Africa come bail us out.
Right.
See, that's what happened with these other people. Like Vietnamese, you be wondering why they get stores and taxation laws. That's because their country came over here and pressed us. Look, you committed a crime, right?
Yeah.
On our land. So unless you do this for our people, for the rest of time, we gonna fuck you up. We'll take you to the United Nations, hold you on, and you'll get in trouble for that.
That's crazy.
So then they be like, okay, here goes some money. Y'all kids can go to college for free. You can be here for 7 years, no taxes, open your store business, do all that shit. You want a crib? What do you want? But they won't do that to us because what they did was their liability is gone when they make us African.
Yep.
Wow.
That's why people be like, well, village niggas who ran the villages in Africa sold niggas into slavery. Nah, that ain't what happened. They got finessed. People get finessed in business all the time. They got finessed. They didn't know that, okay, they were trading slaves, but they didn't know that they were going to go through what we went through when we got over here. That was not a part of the fucking agreement. You see what I'm saying? And they had no way of knowing. Wasn't no social media.
Right.
Who was gonna tell them when somebody wrote a letter? Because they stripped. That's why they stripped you of everything. No, you ain't Kumbuntu from the village or whatever the fuck no more. You Ashley Stokes now. Right. And if you don't believe me, I'm gonna beat your ass until you Ashley Stokes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And dude over here who wouldn't take his name, he did. You see him? Look, you want to come see him? Come on. Right. He did. He wouldn't take his name. You want to be like him? Right. And what you gonna say? Nope.
Half of that is a lie. Half of that is a lie too, because so they say they brought over 4 million slaves during the fucking slave trade, right? How many people? How many slaves do you think they could fit on the boat?
Not 4 fucking million.
But, I mean, just
one boat.
Guess. On one boat. They probably put 100.
Less than.
They probably put 100, right?
Back then,
they was piling them in.
Like sardines.
Yeah,
sardines. Half the slaves died before they got here. So if you started with 100, you got 50. It took 4 years to sail from Africa to America. So you telling me, in the 100 years that you was moving motherfuckers, at 50 people pop every 4 years, you brought over 4 million.
So that's what also lets you know that we was here already.
Right.
Exactly.
That's how you know we was here already. Then another thing that they did was to make that number larger, because they lost so many people when they got here. We stopped in the Caribbean in South America before we even got to America, because they would breed you and beat your ass to make you a season. By the time John Rockefeller want to buy you in Virginia, you already drank.
Right.
They show us in movies that niggas showed up and was all fucked up. That shit rarely happened. The common thing was to break you. It was called bucking. They used to break you in Jamaica, Bahamas and shit. That's how we ended up there. That's how we are in those places. You see what I'm saying? They used to break you there and then bring you to America to sell you, because you have more value, because you already know what to do. Ashley knows how to clean, wash clothes. She don't sleep with you, massa. She know what to do already. We done trained her. She know wild bitch that you gonna have to get together. She already ready. So I need $400 for her. You come over here wild, teeth all fucked up, they give you like $80. $80 for her. But a motherfucker that we done got together already, oh, you gonna have to cash me out, boss. And that's what you want. You don't want a slave that's gonna be running away. You gotta break and wild and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Just taking the human aspect out of it, y'all, and thinking like the business man.
Caleb said they took several trips. Of course, they took several trips.
Yeah, they took several trips.
The numbers don't. The math ain't math.
No, I don't math. The math don't math. The math don't math. More of them died.
Yeah.
Like I was just watching. I be going on YouTube rabbit holes. So I was just watching one of them things where. John, you said it was like, it sucks you in. It was like 0.5 of them people survived. Yeah. It wasn't even like majority of the boat. Like even if you survived it, you came over here with like scabies and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
You was no good. Like by the time you got here, you was no good. So they usually threw you over the boat or blew your head off because you was no good because of all the filth and disease that was at the bottom of the fucking boat.
Right.
Think about it. They were snatching pregnant women. How could a pregnancy survive some filth and nasty shit and get all the way to fuck over here?
Come on now.
How? It would be impossible for a baby to survive in that environment. Impossible, bro. Yeah. It would all that shit going on. That's what I'm saying. She would die during the delivery. Neither one of them would make it.
Right.
It would get some type of disease or something in there, and you'd be done. From her. Yeah, you'd be done. So but when we be talking that reparation shit, I'll be trying to get people to understand that it's that small and that technical term of them putting African on us. Because like I said, there's no African indices that I can write and say, hey, I am Harvey Scalez of the Zamunda tribe, descendant. Come get me.
Right.
We can't do that. People come over here from other places, they can do that. Motherfucker come over here from Iran, he can write Iran.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I mean, they're gonna let America know he on his way.
Right.
For real. They let them know. My African homies put me on all of this. I never knew how that shit worked. Because we don't go live nowhere else in the world.
Right.
Think about it. We're the only people on the planet that don't go live nowhere else in the world. Yep. We stay right here in North America. We don't go nowhere, but that's black people really all over the world. When you study like black people in London don't really go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like we the only really nationality that don't go live everywhere like that. You know what I'm saying? So we conditioned to this system that's here. You know what I'm saying? And like we just a part of it. They'll never give us nothing because they feel like public schools and like civil right, like shit that was rights.
Caleb said if they gave us anything, they'd have to give us everything.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely what it is. And it ain't even everything. It was even if you split half. See, the 40 acres and the mule was asking for half. You got to think about the whole country wasn't even all the way to California when black people asked for that. So this is like from New York to Missouri.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we asking for 40 acres. Think about how big 40 acres and a mule of that. They was like, oh, hell no.
That's too much.
No. So this is what we'll do. We'll give you public education, but you still kept it segregated.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So it's been
Everything to
increments, spoon fed you,
everything to be around them.
It was
It was
placated.
built to be
Placated.
around them.
placated. You know what I'm saying? Systematically. That's why I always tell people this shit is a system. You know what I mean? This has to, it's a cause and effect. This has to happen for that to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remove the father from the household. Then you create the welfare system that
Yeah.
you were a part of.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That Richard Pryor was a part of. Many people that we idolize and look to was a part of. It became a part of our culture when they removed the father from the household.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I said it's all systematically. When they talk about black on black crime, me and Don always dispel that number because that's a myth. That's
Yeah, I
another
can't
lie
stand
that they tell.
That's they use that shit to cover
More
up
white
shit.
people kill more white people
Absolutely.
than anybody on the planet Earth.
Absolutely.
No. I don't
Killing,
think
killing
motherfuckers
is about
understand.
vicinity.
Vicinity.
Right.
And who you gonna kill who you around.
Right. Exactly.
But everything go kill, but everything that ain't
Right.
white, kill black.
Exactly.
Everything that ain't white is black.
You know what I mean?
So the numbers is gonna be
Right. Hot.
high.
So,
And I'm gonna kill Pookie because I'm around Pookie every day.
right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not around Jonathan.
Right.
I'm around Pookie
Jonathan
every
ain't,
day.
Jonathan ain't the one that screwed me over. It was Pookie. Because Pookie lived around the corner.
Pookie live around the corner. He's selling
live on
dope. He's
63rd.
selling dope. I'm selling dope. He's snatching heads.
Right.
He snatched one of my heads. We gotta go see Pookie.
Right.
So now we got a murder in the neighborhood. But that's systematically who put the dope in the neighborhood.
Right.
Who made me and Pookie be at odds?
Yeah.
Me and Pookie grandmama was friends when they bought this house in this neighborhood back in the 70s or whatever.
And the crazy part is that we're as much drugs as they've pumped into our communities, we're the only peoples in America who have not built generational wealth off of illegal activity.
Yeah, I think that shit's crazy as fuck because I be talking to one of my homeboys and I be telling them like, if y'all are in the streets and y'all are doing all of this shit, how come we can't go buy back? I always use Nipsey as an example, and I'm not gonna say that he sold drugs, but he knew what the fuck it was about. So it's kind of like if you're going to be in the streets, if you're going to do your thing, and I understand you got to get it out the mud, and I'm not against nobody who's doing that. But what I'm saying is, like, why we can't go buy back the shit where we come from, buying back the blocks where we come from, all these houses.
They won't allow us to.
How come they won't allow us?
Because
to
they have they have a system set up
It's red line.
that you can't. No. Listen, it's not even a prison system, right? So you can have all the money you want. Nigga, you got credit?
Right. They always want that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like we have to use our resources too.
And
right?
it's red line.
Yeah.
This bank that don't give out loans to black people, they own this
if you
entire
never had
neighborhood.
credit too, like you don't know shit about credit. Your credit could probably be
And I can't-
extremely good.
and
But if I don't know
can't
about
take-
it, I can't go get it.
But I can't take this dope money and go buy a house.
Right. Because where does
Because
that come
this
from?
money not clean. Where
Right.
does money
Where
come
did that
from?
Yeah.
Right? So because you're not Caucasian doing an illegal activity
Yeah.
where you could take your money in small
Wash it,
increments,
and
wash
wash
it,
it.
put
Put it in
it
other
back,
people's
put it
shit.
in other people's shit. You're not allowed to do that because of the prison system. Where the prison system is set up, we can't build generational wealth
Right.
off of the money that we have procured through
That's
dope.
systematically.
systematic.
They don't want
Yeah,
another black
systematic
wall.
oppression.
They don't want another black Wall Street. You see what I'm
Systematic
saying?
oppression.
Think about today with the power and the money that niggas had, and we had another black Wall Street. That'd damn near bankrupt America.
They are scared of us.
Yeah,
Once
they-
we get together, they
I
are
say
scared
it
of us.
all the time. And what do I say? I call it, Don, it's the most toxic relationship that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Black people in America, because America needs us.
Yep.
Without
They need
us,
us,
this
but they act
motherfucker
like
is
they
going
don't.
to fall apart.
Yeah.
Like literally. You get what I'm saying? We are part of all the experiments, all the social
Everything.
things,
We
everything
are
that
part
they try to
of
do. We are part of
everything that they
everything.
have.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Everything
you can go
they
deeper
live,
than that.
eat, and breathe.
Breathe,
us.
yeah.
Exactly. You could go deeper than that. Everything that they have learned
Comes from
that
us.
comes from us.
Everything is us.
So they
We
can't
create
live
this
without
shit.
us, but they hate us.
That's why.
Like Ken
That's
said,
why, though.
on the episode, I don't want to give it away if you ain't seen it, but the last episode of Atlanta, they had it where white people had to put a reparations tax in their paychecks. You You see what I'm saying? But see, that's also some government shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's some shit that the government has to implement. Them taxes coming out of your check, Medicaid, and all that. That's something that the government did.
Bullshit.
You see what I'm saying? A whole bunch of bullshit. You
A
know,
whole nother lockup.
but to help feed their system. Think about it. If you took, that's why people be like, okay, don't give us reparations, just take away taxes, bro. If they didn't tax y'all, this country will fall apart, my nigga. They have to tax y'all. Your little job or wherever you working at in that cubicle and shit, they have to tax that paycheck, baby. They have to.
Now there's an argument to be had there about how much taxes they need, because like my man Judd Hirsch said in Independence Day, you think a toilet seat costs $1.5 billion? Like what they use our money for is the argument, right? But the fact that they need the money is legit. So there's a fine line that needs to be walked with taxes and how we allocate.
No,
money.
I was going back to my original point about how other races don't have to do the tax thing, even if it's for 7 years, even if you gave black people a tax break for 8 years. You see what I'm saying? They couldn't do that though. They would Don, they would financially fall on their face.
Well, that's good. And we also outnumbered it.
That's what I'm saying.
Always.
They say we're the minority.
That's another one of them African American things. It's a word.
Yeah.
They use words, bro. They put a label on everything, bro.
Everything that we got going on.
To put a class thing.
We don't do the census.
Nope.
Yeah.
You don't do the census for people locked up.
Them numbers don't count. Or if they do count the number, it counts for that county. So it counts for Brown County. So like your cousin that's locked up, his numbers is going for the Brown County.
It don't count.
It don't count for Milwaukee, where his mail coming from and all that shit. His lab, where his address is on his court documents. It ain't counting for that.
Yeah, anything on his.
It's for Allegheny County and shit where he locked up.
If you don't believe it, look at the fucking Milwaukee signs. Welcome to Milwaukee. 580,000 people. Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. When you driving into the city, you be like, get the hell out of here. What is that? Who?
Where
they at?
It was how many people was in the beer district last year?
100,000.
100,000. 100,000 out of 580,000.
Fifth of the city.
A fifth of the city was at the Deer District.
Never.
Come on, man. Everything's a lie.
Yeah. Smoke and mirrors. Okay, so would you rather get $10 million today or in payments over your lifetime?
I would rather get payments over lifetime, because I mean, shit, if I'm getting now, you gonna specify the payment? Okay.
It's your 10 million broke down over your lifetime.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I mean, no, give me.
I want my 10 million.
Okay.
And let's say you died with some left over, it will roll over to your children or to your estate or whatever.
You know why?
You know what? I would take mine broken down in payments then, because if I do have,
you can leave some people for your people.
I would want to leave something.
So what you take? So what you getting? 15,000 a year? Yeah, you got to do the math. You got to do the math, baby. That's
for the lifetime.
Right. So you're getting like 15,000 a year.
No.
Is it 15 a year? It depends
on how long you live. It depends on how long you live.
Right? So let's say you live to be 80.
Cash me out. I'm gonna turn that into residuals.
So I mean, I get where you're coming from. So I'm just trying to break the math.
Let's do some math, right? So on $10 million, the interest on $10 million a year puts you at about $1 million. So your 10 million makes you $1 million every year. You want the lump sum, and you want to not touch it for at least for the first year, because then you have $1 million next year, plus the 10 million that's in the bank.
That's coming.
See that, but this is a black thing. We're not taught how money works.
Well, I think for me personally, I want my shit broken down into increments over a certain period of time.
Why? They're gonna tax it every year.
But that wasn't
the thing. That ain't in the thing.
But that's how money works.
So you get that tax one time.
So you saying
right?
Okay,
I can get taxed one time, or I can get my increment.
You're saying it like it's the lottery.
Exactly.
Yeah. So are you saying is that the question?
That's the question, pretty much. I ask it because it's a financial literacy question that I seen a black dude ask a room full of black people, and it fucked them up. Like, and he said what Don said, that you should take that because he explained because we don't know tax laws.
Right.
We don't know that shit.
Yeah, don't know.
So he explained that to the room, and they all was like, "Oh shit." So that's where I got that question from, because I seen him stump a room with that question. Like, damn.
So you ain't put all that disclaimer shit in there.
This was a room full of like credit people who are into this shit too, and it stumped them like.
So I become very financially literate in the last 2 years, so I understand how this works. I fantastic credit, like everything. Right. So like I'm understanding how money works.
So you just saying you want your shit taxed one time.
I want my shit taxed one time.
Well, that makes sense then.
So here's
versus giving me 15 and then taxing at 15. Now
at that tax rate, I'm paying 36% of that in taxes. Right? So that's 3.6 million. I get him 3.6 million. I have 6.4 million left. Right? So I see 10% in interest on that 6.4 every year.
So that's $1 million.
Yeah.
That's it. Well,
I mean, 600.
It'd be 600,000. It'd be like 680,000, something like that, right? So every year that money is growing. So I can work for the next 10 years,
right, and still be good,
and not touch that money. And by the time I go to touch it, it's damn near double.
Right. That makes sense. That makes sense.
But our logic is what Don said, because we used to not having nothing.
Right.
We want it all. We want it all right there.
Right.
What the child and welfare gonna do when they put that 10 million in front of her? Baby girl taking that shit. She don't want to hear about no IRAs, bank accounts, savings accounts, nothing. Give me this shit. I've been, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had nowhere to sleep a couple weeks ago. Give me all the shit.
Right.
And that's how most of us are programmed to think. But in the long run, for the babies, for your family, for your name, for everything, it's better to go with the route that you described.
Right. Now there's a number where that flips, where it makes more sense to take a lump sum, or not to take a lump sum, to take incremental payments. Right. So once you get around 600 million, that where when the lottery get real big, and you go, hey, I'm taking all this money. I'm taking all this money. Well, when they get around 600 million, I want the incremental payments over the 20 years.
Right.
Because now I'm going to make more money off of that over the 20 years than I would off the 600 million all at one time. Plus remember your tax percentage is at like 36%. So if you take 600 million in a lump sum, first of all, you're not getting the whole 600 million. You're getting about 389, and then they're gonna take 36% of the 389. So
you ain't even getting the whole six.
No,
never.
Not the lottery. You never getting the whole six.
Never getting the whole six.
Now, when that motherfucker got to $1 billion 2 years ago, give me payments.
Give me what you gonna get.
No, give me payments. Give me payments for the next 20 years. Because my payments is so ridiculous. I don't give a fuck about the taxes on it.
Right.
Them payments ridiculous. I'm seeing 28, 29 million a year clearing it.
Insane astronomical
numbers. Yeah. So I wanted to see what you thought about this, Miss Stokes, and we got another young lady in the building off the screen. And of course, fellas, y'all can chime in. A young lady said, "Dudes be scared of competition. That's why they want to stop talking to you if they find out you going out on dates. If you was that nigga, you wouldn't be worried about no competition. Not only that, y'all don't be talking about shit or moving forward. So how you mad she's still dating?"
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna be straight up about it, because I think that men naturally are competitive. First of all, it just naturally shows in every sports network that we fucking have. But I believe that, like, shit really don't matter. Like, these niggas don't really care if he's in competition with another nigga and he worried about what the next nigga got going on with shorty, then you already in the wrong lane. Like, what you competing for? Because your mind is on the wrong thing. The prize is right here, and you worried about what another person got going on. So here's my thing. Like I had a dude kind of like ask me in, you know, like, I know you got something going on. What you doing? Like, you know, while I'm not around. And it's kind of like, I mean, if you want to ask me if I'm not seeing other niggas, just say that. Like, yeah, I want to be around another nigga. Absolutely. Now I'm finna give you what you want. I'm finna feed your ego. I'm finna feed what you got going on. I'm finna feed your brain. And it's kind of like, oh, well, you know, okay, now I miss you. Now I want to see you. It's like, see, when you was worried about the other shit, like I was already with you. So why are you even asking me about what's going on? Or even
Tamika said dating doesn't mean we're exclusive or committed.
Right, and that's the problem. Right. That's the problem. I think the problem with dating, people want to be extremely exclusive. And I say that it comes with, for me personally, it comes with, okay, yeah, are we dating with intention? Naturally we are, because we don't want to date an ain't shit person, right? It ain't saying like I'm dating with intention because I want to marry this nigga. I want to have his kids. I want to do this and I want to do that. Like, no, that shit ain't got nothing to do with it. Are you a good person? Like, I'm dating with intention to see if you're a good person. I'm trying to fuck with you. Like, maybe we can kick it, we can hang out, and dating could just be simply fun. We ain't gotta be having no shit like you my boo. We ain't gotta put no fucking labels on nothing. Dating could be exactly what it should be. It should be fun. It should be like, hey, you want to go kick it here? Yeah. Like, even if another dude hit on me, if you cool with that, first of all, I'm gonna start fucking with you harder anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard that from a lot of women.
With you harder anyway, because just off the strength that you saw another nigga hit on me and you don't feel exclusive to me, like you might get some pussy that night. I'm just saying, because that's sexy. If you see me way over here chilling, you know what I'm saying, and we out. Like, now did we go on a exclusive date,
or are we just hanging out?
Like, you really got to identify what it is that you're doing before. To me, there's stages to this shit.
I think like, it's less a competitive thing than it is a.
No, niggas want to compete.
No, men are territorial. Yeah. We are territorial.
For what? Over something that ain't yours?
If you're kicking it, if we're kicking it, but listen, but you have to understand the mindset of a man.
Right.
Of most men. Let's be honest. Higher caliber men do not grow on trees.
And I've been trying to look for one. So, where the higher calibers at?
So men are territorial, right?
But why,
our thing is, if you kicking it with me, and are you fucking somebody else? Somebody else hit me because
they hit me because I'm gonna let you know.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not doing that.
Let me figure something out here.
Listen,
I'm not doing that.
You cannot relate and equate everything to yourself.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. So you got to take the personal out of it. So
I'm taking the personal out of it.
Right.
Niggas,
most men don't want their woman flouncing up in another nigga face. I get that, and I understand that. There's it's a leverage.
Even somebody like me who doesn't want to know, that's why I don't want to know.
Exactly.
So technically, I'm on the same side as those niggas, even though I'm not a nigga who claims to be pressed about anything.
Right.
That I don't want to know. So I don't react like fam gonna react. So I'd rather just not know.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And I'm probably doing me. So I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing either. So I don't blame you for not telling me. Like,
so
that's a double standard like a motherfucker.
It is a double standard.
Why are you doing you, right?
Right.
And then you face that situation, how would you handle it?
What you mean by
you talking about me? How and I was faced with that situation, how I would handle it, I couldn't say a word. The younger me would have acted a damn fool, but the older me has to take it on the chin.
Like,
I think relationships is about who can keep the ball in the court longest, right?
Right.
I sometimes I look forward for it to fuck up. You know what I mean?
So you know what to do in that situation.
No, so he can have the control.
Yeah, it's based on the control. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Now you got it.
It is a tennis match.
And then
relationships is a tennis match.
You fuck up, you turn the ball to possession over. You know what I'm saying? But that's the balance of it.
That's the tennis match.
Yeah.
You know what
See,
I'm saying?
the thing about like having control, I think both sides want to have the control. Like women
that's
are
why
extreme.
it's a tennis match.
Yeah.
Serve and volley.
Exactly. And it's so women specifically, we definitely want all that. You know, we definitely want to be able to drive and have everything, but sometimes it's a little bit different when it comes to a man, because naturally they're going to feel like they have that control, but in the rear, we technically got all the control once we go ahead and do what we need to.
Well, I mean, you know, they say behind every
naturally
strong man is a strong woman. So that's just women knowing how to play their role also. You know,
well, shit, fuck a role, because it ain't a role. I hate gender roles. It ain't no role. I think that, you know, it ain't being, you know, behind them. It's what if it's like really being on the side of them, like.
But I mean, you know, behind is
I get
hairs on the word.
Yeah, no, I hate the old
because anything that you're doing is only as strong as what's behind it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if that's the title that I'm giving you, that's not a put down. We got to stop looking at the people behind the scenes as it being put down, because a lot of this shit don't operate without the people behind the scenes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a product of my operation looking like this. I may go out and everybody praises me, but I have to let people know all the time, and the people around me, that this shit don't happen without 4 or 5 other people helping me make this happen.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's when I say a strong woman behind you. I salute that, because when I look at the Coretta Kings or the Michelle Obamas or Beyonce's or any of these powerful women that are with these powerful men, and they pushing these niggas to be greater. You see what I'm saying? I think they're the machine.
Yeah, that we are the machine. That's what I'm saying.
Catherine Jackson, like Joe Jackson had the dream, but Catherine Jackson had the patience to help the dream succeed. Without her, that shit wouldn't work. We
ultimately have the control. If your term is, we're behind the man. So I definitely get what you're saying, but at the same time, like, I don't think
some get drunk off power.
Exactly.
And that might be the Jada situation that we're running into right now too. You know what I mean? Because it's definitely a power struggle in her household. She's dealing with one of the most powerful men in the world.
She the one where the it ain't a power struggle. She got all the power.
But I'm saying her flex might be to let me and you know that y'all think dude is macho. Check me out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The one motherfucker that y'all superhero dude answer to, me. He answered to this pussy. Watch this. Puppeteer, she can make him jump off a cliff if she tell him to. Hey, Will, jump your ass off that cliff, and he gonna jump off that motherfucker. And then she gonna look at us and say, "See, I told y'all he'll do anything the fuck I tell him."
I'm gonna tell you how my Mexican friends tell me it's not good enough.
Yeah, not good enough.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough for me to take that.
Sometimes you have to encourage her to go out and do it, man. Have a free night.
Have a hall pass. We're giving out hall passes.
Because she has to have something to compare you to. You know, she has to know that I'm that same nigga that you wanted back then. You know, but as she with you so long, she forget because she don't have nothing to compare you to.
Damn, that's deep right there.
See, I don't even think it's about comparing, but I definitely understand where you're coming from.
I do too.
I think that, you know, naturally women like to see that they still got it, right? We all do.
I think we all
exactly, and I'm not definitely not excluding a man from this statement, but I think that we all like to see that we still got it. Like, okay, let me see if we still got it. Maybe that person that she got at the crib ain't really doing it for her no more. Like, okay, let me get my ass dressed up and, you know, take my ass out here to see what else is out there, even if she's not trying to get that. But
I don't understand. I don't understand why women feel like y'all need that. Because let me explain.
Because sometimes the shit don't happen at home.
As long as you have a vagina, somebody wants to fuck it.
Facts. We have a rule over here at the Slicktalk with Scalez podcast where we believe that 99% of men of you are using your vagina to masturbate.
Yes.
That's why women think sex is so bad. Because 99% of these niggas is using your pussy to masturbate.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm good.
I got it.
A tiger for 2 minutes.
Yeah, tiger for 2 minutes.
I don't know about that.
The feeling of I need to go out and feel desirable, honey, you are desirable whether you got on pajamas and a motherfucking bonnet.
When Precious had a baby, man.
Right.
When Precious had a baby.
But look at what you're describing is what Aisha Curry. Everybody attacked Aisha Curry about a few years ago. Steph Curry's wife, when she said felt like she wasn't getting enough attention.
You know what? Women desire that. That's something that we constantly need. Because I am a person who feel like, you know, do you see me, nigga? Like, and I ain't saying like in the physical flesh, but I'm just saying like, damn, hi, like make me feel like you like me. Because if I'm at the point where I'm saying to you, like, do you like me? It's kind of like, I need you to show me some type of affection.
Can I
like,
can I tell you the truth? Can I tell you the truth?
And that's some trauma shit that I'm dealing with.
Can I tell you the truth?
What's up?
Do you have a vagina?
Of course he likes you.
He likes you a lot.
He likes you a lot.
Right, but for me though, for me, I'm just the type of woman who needs to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I need to hear it. I damn near need to feel it. It's kind of like it's kind of like this, right? Because I am a mental stimulated type of brain. Like you have to stimulate my mind before my body go, because my body don't go into my brain. It's like there. So it's kind of like
sapiosexual, ain't that what they call it?
Yes, I thought it's called sapiosexual. So it's kind of like with being a sapiosexual, like if you ain't got me triggered up here, like trying to make me do what I need to do up there, and then now
the body
like,
not going.
I'm not going. Period. You like me, but you really ain't getting no ass now because my brain ain't out of whack. So if you're not making me feel like you like me, or I constantly have to ask you, and I get it, you got to train a person to what you like. But after I done trained you, it's like, okay, why do I got to keep?
No, I do believe men get lazy after time.
Exactly.
Right?
So that laziness, that makes me feel like I'm not attracted. You're not attracted to me, rather, anymore. Like I've lost my little oomph. So I need to go back out there and see if I still got it. And okay, I do. So Lil John just tried to hit on me out there. And if I get a reaction out of that, okay, maybe Lil John just got you a little fired up, right? And I'm not saying that that's something that we intentionally do. I'm just saying, like,
toxic.
Right, but that's shit that happens in like this is real shit. This is real shit that be happening.
I know,
and I just be like, maybe it's something that I need.
I need to react. You need a reaction.
You know, I feel like if the moon and the stars line up, man, she get hit that night.
What you mean? When you give her the hall pass?
No, just
any night,
any given night.
Oh, okay.
It can be the right time.
So to veer off, because I know we on the time thing. So to veer off, but we still in the same area. Do you think, and I see this all over Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, do you think the Milwaukee dating scene has peed?
Okay. Yes. As a single woman
off camera said yes.
So
this goes for men too. This isn't just a woman's question.
As a single woman,
it's for the fellas
definitely, I'm not going to say I'm on the dating scene, but I'm definitely open to dating, because I'm not dating specifically right now. So I think that I don't think that it has pee in it. That got shit in it. The Moody Pool has shit.
So it's worse.
It's worse than pee.
It's shitty and pissy.
But I think that it's very slim options. It's very slim options out here for like a woman like me. And I feel like that simply because I ain't gonna say like, oh, I got my shit together, right? Because I'm still working on the shit to get together. But at the same time, it's very limited options. The ratio for man to woman is definitely like very slim, right? But woman to man, their options are ginormous.
Yeah,
like
it's
exactly. So at the end of the day, it's for women, huh? Well, I'm just saying, just if you look around, baby.
You talking about your personal? That's something personal, right?
No, I don't think it is personal. This is even for just what you mean.
No, because she's saying that the ratio of women per se
in Milwaukee,
it's 8-1.
It is
across the world.
Across the world.
Who said that? Where y'all getting them numbers from?
Census, I guess.
Google it.
So all of a sudden, y'all believe what white folks say now.
You're right.
10 minutes ago,
we didn't.
He got me.
So
he giving them numbers.
We don't know.
We don't know.
I believe that women, it's a very slim option in Milwaukee specifically. Like it's not very.
That's why I tried to
options.
single it down to your experience. To your personal experience. I can't do globally because that'll be too hard to do. That's why I tried to bring it down to Milwaukee.
So it's very slim for a woman like me, because it's kind of like shit. I get that a man got to work on himself. He got to get his shit together, and I'm not against that shit. But at the same time, it's like, don't come over here with nothing. Come with something. Like
Taylor Lewis Allen said, "There's a lot of good men out here. Y'all just think they corny."
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Ding.
I think they're great. There are some awesome ass men, and it ain't nothing wrong with a corny nigga. In fact, those are the best niggas. However,
the statistics is
however,
She needs some spice.
no, I don't like spice because I got enough of that.
No,
for
she
me
said she
and
wants
him.
somebody to get her in a street.
I need somebody.
A street nigga can be intellectual too.
Yeah,
So she ain't giving out the street
Can I
nigga.
say something?
The corny nigga, the nigga who got his shit together. I just need the
Well, how
nigga
do
to
you know if you
stimulate
don't
my
give him a
mind.
chance, though?
Can I say something controversial?
How do you know when you won't give him a chance, though?
I never said I wouldn't give a man a chance. I will give any man a chance.
It's just about the approach.
It's about the approach. First of all, if you make me laugh, you got me.
Oh, that's good.
If you make me laugh, I'm gone. I'm gone. Period. Point blank. It's not corny. It's none of that. Street, hood, any fucking thing that you got going on, I'm with all the shit.
So let me say something controversial.
If I like you,
If I like you,
that's most
I'm with
women.
all the
I'm into
shit.
whatever you into. If
I'm
I like
in
you, that's
to
a woman.
whatever you into, except for
Your mama
they not-
like that.
Exactly.
Your sisters is like that.
Exactly.
Any women that's in
In
your life,
Milwaukee,
they support what you got going on.
you are an anomaly.
Mhm.
Okay, the Milwaukee dating scene is fucked up, not because of the men, it's because of the women. And I know that's a controversial statement.
No, it's women agreeing with you. We got women here that's agreeing with you.
But it's because women here love street.
Yeah, they do like the
Not only that, but they like baby them. Like they
I ain't got time to be. I can't take care of a nigga. I'm sorry.
So
Like
they don't have to be a man because the woman is being the man too.
Mm.
So they don't have to be one.
because that's
she's
all
taking
they've been
care of him.
raised
She's
to.
going to work. He driving her off, driving her car around all day.
And
doing
I can't
whatever
do that.
he's doing in the streets. And that's her fault because she's sitting there putting up with that. She's not requiring more, so he's not gonna do more. He don't have no reason to.
The requirements are extremely low. I know a good nigga, and the person that's behind him, like she don't even require you to do more. So, first of all, you're comfortable.
Yeah, you come.
Both of y'all are comfortable in the same setting.
Yeah.
She's comfortable with where you are, and if you go further, that's gonna take her out the game. Like, oh no, this nigga doing too much now. Now I kind of gotta step up so I can. No, it's why we doing all that for? You're comfortable. Like it's this dating shit here is all about comfort. And yeah, I ain't taking care of a nigga. I don't, nurturing them, that's something different.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is you ain't taking my car, nigga. You not doing none of that extra. No, I can't loan you. No, I can't.
So
give
what if
you-
he?
Huh?
Different, which is why it's hard for you because you're not going to allow that. But there's 10
10 other girls
Exactly that will. So for a woman like me, I believe the dating scene is extremely hard.
It's going to be.
Like, and it don't matter the type of nigga. Like, I'm open to all the niggas. All the niggas, okay? You hear that? Heavy on the niggas.
Okay, check this out. Check this out.
Black man, you like?
I like the black man,
Black man,
right?
no,
So it's not that.
Check this out. So, in the process of dating a woman, she told me that I was weird
Weird is
because I
different.
wouldn't take
Weird
her
is
money.
good.
She offered me money. I said
What?
no.
Was it your birthday?
No, I had an issue come up. She said, I can help you out with that. I got you. Boom, 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 boom. No, I don't need it. I got it.
Why didn't you take it? That's just a real question.
Because I'm not a bum.
Okay.
I don't need her fucking money.
Is that considered a bum?
So is that
No,
considered
no,
a bum? Because
listen,
now I'm gonna
listen,
challenge you on that. Because what if it's something what if it's not necessarily money? What if it's like you're suffering or dealing with a issue behind the scene and you not mentioning that? Like,
What do you
and she could maybe help you
with the situation.
with the situation. Like, so her
Financially?
No, I ain't saying financially. It could be anything. Like, say for example,
Okay,
you're
so I'm
struggling
saying
with
I'm
something.
saying I'm not a bum financially,
Okay.
right?
So did she take it wrong?
Yeah, she took
Okay.
it wrong
You called him weird because he did that.
because I didn't take her money. I'm weird.
Okay.
So, but for me, okay, I'm different. When we're dating, if you have kids, I'm not spending the night by your house. I'm not doing it.
That's respect.
Your kid should never wake up to a foreign man in their space.
I ain't trying to
That's
kick
their
over no.
space.
I ain't trying
And
to
you
kick
know
over
what?
no
And
forks and shit.
I agree.
Fuck your fort, little nigga.
Right. Fuck your fort. You ain't
No,
never,
I do
these
agree
kids
with
ain't never
that.
met
I
me,
do
and I'm in the
agree.
kitchen eating their fruit snacks. Like, no.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not that type of nigga. I'm not the type of nigga to take money from you. Especially if we're not a couple. We're dating. I'm not taking money from you. That's not gonna happen.
Damn,
Right?
Huh?
I'm sorry. It just is.
I ain't gonna lie, motherfucker.
I don't want you to open your wallet. I don't want you to open your wallet.
I gotta have that.
Even if I don't need that shit, you
I
open me
get
some
it.
dollars.
I get it. I get it.
I'm like,
I think God made
I
this
get it.
picture on the big screen.
I'm like the bishop. I'm like the bishop at my church.
Check this out.
But listen,
We're
at the
taking
end
all
of the day,
forms. Checks in the mail.
listen,
Checks in my hand.
exactly.
Cash app. Zelle.
All that
Apple
shit.
Pie.
I ain't playing.
Listen,
I'm taking
it
that
all.
money.
You hear me though?
I'm
So,
taking the money.
My
But
bishop
when
says
you
that
say-
at church
when you
every
say-
Sunday, so I think that's from the Lord right there. My bishop, that's how he
Listen,
asks
when
for
you say-
offering every Sunday.
when you-
That's his prayer.
When you say that you're not going to sleep at her
He
house,
put the envelope
I
to
agree
his
with you on
forehead.
that, because at the end of if I'm a mother
Ties
with
him off.
children, first of all, absolutely not. You're not waking up in my crib and my kids seeing you, period. Like that's just me. And I don't have no kids now. I'm just not really into the my kid meet a new nigga every time I date. It's like it's a privilege to meet them.
Facts.
And
I feel
I'm
the
sorry,
same way
that's
about
just
my
me.
daughter.
But
I'm
I
the same
don't
way about
have
my
any
daughter.
kids,
Thank
and
you.
I'm not against nobody who do that. But what I am saying is, like, that's a whole lot of going on.
But the money thing is right. If we're dating, and I invited you out, you're not. Don't open your wallet.
Don't reach.
Oh shit! That's okay. Me and my friend Kayla actually have a thing with this shit. I'm paying for the first.
If
date.
you invite me, now that's
If you
different.
invite me, that's different.
If you invite me, that's different. If you invite me, that's different.
And I'm so cold. I'm so cold that shit would already have been paid for.
Mhm.
I'm taking my ass to the bathroom. I'm taking my ass to the bathroom. And whether you do that or not, like, I feel like this, like that's a thing that I do. Like, I have to pay for the first date. Now I understand if a nigga beat you to it. Sometimes niggas do beat us to it.
supposed to be a race.
But at the end of the day, I'm paying for the first date because I feel like sometimes niggas need to see that I got all this over here.
And you also dispel expectation, right?
Right.
So I get that.
I don't want
I
to
get
have.
that.
It ain't no expectation on this.
I get that.
Yeah.
Because
Okay, what if I did?
because some
What if
niggas
you
is
invited me
like,
out
if I
and then
invited you
I
out,
paid?
and
That ain't going.
never.
Shit,
Never.
Never.
Are you crazy?
Like, I'm paying for
Are you
I'm
crazy?
paying on the date. I'm paying for the first
Are you
date.
crazy?
I'm crazy.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Don't reach for
I'm
your
paying for the first date.
A few women done won me over with that.
Yeah,
That's how
I'm
they
paying for
got
the
me.
first
I'm
date.
taking you out.
But she taking you out.
99% of the
But she
motherfuckers
taking
in my
you out.
DM
But
won't
she's
now
be
she's
taking
taking
you
you
out.
out.
She's taking
You
you out.
invited her. Has she offered to
Yeah,
pay?
I've had women where I've invited them places and they offered to pay, and all you have to do is decline, my nigga.
Right.
That's just a gesture.
Right? No, that's what I'm saying.
That's her letting me know it's 100. It's almost her saying something without saying it.
Right.
But sometimes you gotta let it go through. Because you know, overplay with the.
Or you can leave the tip.
Throw it out there.
Yeah, you want to.
Listen, I just feel like this.
I was raised by lesbians. So that's two women in my house who taught me how to treat women and date women. Right? So I'm very traditional when it comes to dating. Don't open your wallet if I invited you out. Now,
Open it if you didn't invite me out.
If I invited you out, don't open your wallet. If you invited me out
Why does
and
that
you want to
offend
pay,
you?
okay.
Does that make you feel less than?
Right.
No, it doesn't make me. It doesn't make me feel less than. And don't get me wrong, I like to keep my money in my pocket if I can, but it's the principle of I asked you out to show you a good time, not for you to show me a good time.
What if that's not showing you?
Me not spending my money. Me not spending my money is a good time.
I'm with Ashley. It's just a gesture. I can kindly decline. I can kindly no thank you or sure. It's that easy
And
to me.
For
You know
me,
what I'm saying?
for me, like
See, I know better now.
I don't
for
think it's
me,
that complicated.
I really get enjoyment and satisfaction out of paying for the first date because that's one of my things.
But you also don't like defined gender roles.
Yeah, I
So
like
then-
gender
You
roles.
enjoy crossing the lines though. Like you
But,
like,
but that's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't
No.
like defined gender roles.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Well-
she wants to take away the power of a
No,
man feeling
I
like
don't- no.
a man is paying for it because
No,
that's
it ain't
his
about
role.
power.
So no, but you want him to know that role is not what you have to
No,
what you have to believe
But
in.
paying on the first date is not a role. It's just a gesture.
I was taught
in
that's a
some
role.
situations, how you come out the gate.
Like, okay, if you're opening the door for me and I just be like, no, I got it. Like, just let that nigga open the door. Like, that's not necessarily a role. It's just a gesture.
I think it's more of a gesture. So
It's
look,
a gesture.
I got this scenario right. Follow me on
Kevin
y'all
Samuels will disagree.
y'all follow me on this shit. Y'all follow me on this shit.
Okay.
You in a restaurant and you done sneaky linked on a date. So you're in a relationship and you done went
Shout
on
out
a
to
date.
the sneaky link.
Shout out to the sneaky links. You done went on a date with your significant other walks in the same restaurant on a date as you a few minutes later. A few minutes later, they text you like, we got two options. We can go home and end this shit right here, or we can stay together. What you doing? Now, both of y'all bogus because both of y'all out.
Both of y'all
cheating.
out with y'all sneaky links.
This go. I had
So
this
both
on
of
here,
us
and it was
is-
funny
so
that you
both-
brought that up because
So both of us out with the sneaky
sneaky
link.
links. Y'all both in the same restaurant. You out with
Okay.
your sneaky link, and he walk in with his
With his
sneaky
sneaky
link.
link.
And then he texts you a few minutes later, like, we can either go home and act like nothing happened, or we can end this shit right here.
Shit, we
That's
going to
fair
the crib.
option.
We going to the crib and act like nothing happened. In fact, I'm gonna be like, did you have fun?
You're right.
Cause I did, my nigga. Like nothing happened.
I mean, at
I
that
don't
point,
know.
at that point, y'all all four of y'all might as well go home together.
No.
Whoa.
no, because
I just think that.
I mean,
Nah.
if you cool with another man sticking his dick in your woman,
Oh,
then
man.
No,
y'all
he
might as
ain't
well
said all that.
y'all might
He
as
said
well
if y'all
all go.
meet
It's your
her.
sneaky
No, I
link.
said
It's
if
the
you,
sneaky
I
link,
said
y'all
if
fucking.
you in your date,
if
you're
your
on-
date,
if
you on a date.
both of y'all on a date, y'all both on a date, and y'all both at Elsie's,
Right.
and you there 15 minutes before her and her
Are they
date get
fighting?
there. Are they fighting like my cousin?
Casablanca and Brookfield.
Look at Tamika.
No, so I'm we're not ending shit because both of us doing the same shit.
Right.
And I'ma just be like, I'ma hit you like I am that cool person. Like, did you have fun?
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
How long before y'all?
Cat is out the bag.
How long after that
See,
situation
so
before
y'all,
y'all
you know
have
what I
sex
think
together?
people be having fucked up
Say, man.
is
She get in the tub, man. We go.
exactly get your ass in the tub. So here's the thing.
So at this point, y'all might as well all go home.
No, bro.
See, you know what? This is where I think people be having fucked up when it comes to like shit like that. Because if that's the status and that's what they have going on in they shit, that's what works for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got your shit going on over here, and I got mine going on over here.
So
but
here-
at the end of the night, baby, we coming right back
So
here.
here was my problem with that statement when I read the question, right? What I answered, because I asked all these questions I asked myself before I asked other people. So when I put myself in that scenario, my problem with it would have been with the, first of all, I'd have been thrown off by the restaurant, but because I'm not a whole ass nigga, I'm gonna let that slide. So that's a mulligan with no, 0-0. It's a tie game at that point because we're both in here on some bullshit. Now,
Taylor said a
the fact
sneaky
that you
link is
sent me
fucking-
this text message with this ultimatum, the fact that you even considering going with Buddy, you might as well go with
Might
Buddy.
as well go with it.
You might as well go with Buddy. Because I wouldn't have texted you like that. I'm not considering going with this bitch. I'm just here right now with her doing some other shit.
Come on, man.
I needed a break from you, like KB said. I wanted to see if I still had it, baby. I wanted to see if these bitches still like me. Okay, the bitches still like me. I want to come home now. You see what I'm saying? Like that would have, because I would have never texted you. We can either end this right now or go home and act like nothing happened. What the fuck you mean end this right now? You might as well stay here with Buddy and go with him.
You know why he texted that? Because she know Mac ass, man.
Yeah.
And he don't want her to blow up the spot. So he trying to.
But I'm
You trying
saying
to
it
keep it
ain't
cool.
about the text message, it's the ultimatum in the text messages. I feel like if he got enough, if this person you on this date with is equal to me, then you might as well stay on a date with them.
I don't think it was put like that.
But that's how I would take it. I'm just saying how I would take it. I ain't saying that's how it was put. I'm saying when I read it, I took it into me. Like if a bitch did that to me, how I would take that. Like, oh, so you saying that you would throw away this shit for this nigga that you on this date with right now.
For one,
That's how I would
both
have
of y'all done took y'all sneaky links to y'all favorite restaurant.
Facts.
Right. Goofy.
Facts. So that's why I said we both focus right there.
So here's the thing.
What pill did y'all pop together?
So shit, I think at the end of the day, if you sneaking and leaking them with a motherfucker, that's just what you got going on. Like it ain't even sneaky
Yeah, because
no
you out in
more.
public. So
You
it ain't
out
really
in
a
public,
sneaky link.
baby.
That's
Like,
why I had to
it's
change
what
it to
is.
date. Fuck the sneaky link part. We going back to date.
We
Just
date.
on a date.
Exactly. You on a date with
You on a date.
somebody.
You on the date with somebody else? You not mine.
Right. You ain't mine. We ain't got nothing tied to this. We ain't fucked yet. It ain't none of that.
So
It's
Ashley,
we on
what
a
you
date.
drink? You drink wine, cognac, tequila, champagne.
Ooh, I'm gonna take the wine
Okay, we're
because
gonna do the wine.
shout out to Shaq Fitness.
Okay. Oh, you got to work out in the morning.
Yeah, we gotta work out tomorrow, and or the next day. And
See this? See them
Shaq
personal.
Fitness really don't play that shit.
See them personal trainer niggas. Y'all got to watch them.
That's my nigga.
No, I ain't talking about on that tip. I ain't talking about on that tip. Shaq, my nigga. I ain't talking about
Shaq,
on
my
that tip.
nigga.
Shaq a player. I ain't talking about that. But Shaq was in prime social partying on Sunday. He wasn't worried about the gym the next Monday. Wanna know why? Because he in shape. You see what I'm saying?
I ain't in shape.
Them niggas be going out getting fucked up, don't they? Your trainer be at the bar getting faded because he can go to the gym the next morning and work that shit off. His body in order. You the one he in there killing. Yeah, he in there throwing Casamigos back.
This is apple
Cognac. All this shit black owned and operated too, baby. Shout out Ricardo Moore,
Wow.
Steve-O. Yes, sir.
Matter of fact.
All this shit black owned and operated. Oh, you know what? Hold on, I gotta open wine because that shit needs a cork.
Catch that for you, please.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to training and fitness, it ain't really about like losing the weight, but I have to lose the weight. But shit, it's more so just standing. I want to be in shape. Like I just want to be in shape. That's it. I just want to be healthy and in shape.
Mm-hmm. What's the most completely non-sexual thing that turned you on?
The completely most non-sexual thing that turns me on.
What you said it was jokes or good conversation?
If a motherfucker make me laugh, y'all, that's the key to my heart, laughing.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Don?
Ooh. I don't want to give too much dead air. So,
I'm a sucker for eyes and smiles.
Oh yeah.
I'm a sucker for eyes and smiles.
It's definitely the eyes.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for that.
Yeah, I like to laugh. If you can make me laugh, it's up.
So we rounded into towards the end of the episode, and we, like I said, I got this versus
time.
Versus time. Okay. So what we do is you pick one or the other, right? Or if you pick both, you got to drink.
Okay.
Okay.
One or the other, or both.
If you pick both, you got to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So make sure I pick one.
So
all right.
Come on, he finna come out the gate.
Foreplay or getting right to it.
Foreplay.
So you pick one. Staying in or going out.
Staying in.
Okay. Big or small as far as men's members. You like big members or small members, or it don't matter?
I'm gonna go with the big, because don't give me nothing small now.
You don't want nothing small.
No.
You can't work with nothing small.
Yeah, he probably got good mouth.
You got to drink.
I'm like, yeah, here it comes.
Petty, ain't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Color purple or what's love got to do with it?
Color purple.
Color purple. What's love?
He got on my
do
nerves.
with
You must have knew. You sneaky.
Jasmine Sullivan or her?
Oh, both. Love it.
It's her for me. It's her for me. I was gonna drink, but
I'm both.
It's
I
her.
didn't pour me nothing to drink. Where my champagne?
Right.
Champagne. I didn't pour me nothing to drink because that's a both for me.
Yeah, I gotta do both of them. I can't. I love my girl Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah, I like her too. Both of them, they dope as a bitch. Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Cardi fucking B.
Period. With a period on the end of it.
Yeah, Nicki is too.
so partisan fun thing.
She just.
She too much.
No, she don't like sharing the wealth with other women. I don't like that.
So that was just in general question, or
No.
we talking about as an
Musically,
artist?
As an artist. He ain't say artist.
Yeah, I'm saying musically, if you had to pick one. If you was on an island and I can only let you take one joint on your title, you can only download one album and take with you to this island.
I'm take Cardi B.
Okay, you take Cardi B. Taking Nicki.
You gonna take Nicki, but
I'm taking Nicki catalog.
I like Cardi B
cool, but Nicki
because she just
catalog.
Yeah, Nicki different.
She
cold.
She
all over the place. You get some R&B.
Yeah, you getting everything.
She cold. I'm when at the end of the day, when it comes to like her personality, like now you're down here with your catalog, and I'm gonna fuck with Cardi B with her less of a catalog.
That's how it usually be. Everybody with it right now.
No, it ain't about the right now. It's personality that's gonna win for me. Like Cardi B is gonna be her all day, every day. Nicki Minaj
I think that's
is
an
just going
aspect.
to be.
That ain't in the light.
That's a weird.
No, she's still in the light.
I
Even
think
when
that's
she
a
come
weird-
out, she's still in the light.
I think that's a weird angle that's in hip hop now, and it's created because of the empowerment of women in hip hop. So niggas, we like the villain. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like I remember in the Tupac Biggie beef, niggas used to tell me back in the day, like I don't give a fuck with Biggie. I know Biggie can rap. I know Biggie rap better than Tupac. But Tupac the villain. Did you hear what he said? He said, "Fuck his bitch." And the click is playing.
And I love
Lil
Tupac.
Kim, you an ugly motherfucker. Did you hear what that nigga just
I'm
said?
an
So we
extreme
like the. You know
Tupac
what I'm
fan.
saying? In hip hop, no, for real. Think about it.
If we really want to be honest, that track was trash.
No, but think about it. In hip hop,
It was trash. Once you get past Pac, that shit is trash.
But what I'm saying is, it was the villainous. It was the. It was the villainous. It was the villainous of that record for a minute and 40 seconds. He gave us one of the most vilified moments in hip hop. You see what I'm saying? So machismo, macho-ness, that goes with villain. That goes with being a villain. We the good guy. The good guy. We be like, man, you Will Smith. But it's like Jada Pinkett. You Will Smith, but we really like Tupac. You see what I'm saying? We like what Tupac represents. What Will Smith represents is cool. But we like the edgy.
Niggas think Scarface is the hero in this movie.
So now when you look in the women, now when you bring women into hip hop, women when they align themselves with something, with men they like bad, they might like the bad guy. But when it's girls, they looking at who can be their home girl. And that's what's coming in the music now. It ain't even really about how good a bitch rap. When I hear from women about their fans, is who they look at is who could be their home girl. Because I kick it with the city. I seen the city girls gain so many fans once their personalities start coming out on Instagram. It's women like, I can hang out with them bitches. They remind me of my little cousins. Them hoes crazy. I started hearing that everywhere. Before a year ago, they couldn't really stand the bitches. But once they start seeing their personality, see what I'm saying? And that's where Cardi B won people over before her music even came out.
Exactly. So that's why I fuck with Cardi B.
You know what I mean? And that's a different angle that women bring into being fans of hip hop. Because hip hop has always been a villain thing. You get what I'm saying? We like the bad guy, bro. The good guy, we let him slide because he ain't MC Hammer and niggas like that. Yeah, you cool. We like Ice Cube and we like the bad guys, my nigga. DMX and shit. Bad guys. You see what I'm saying? It's not really cool to be you know what I mean, a good guy like that. So my last one, and this one usually, love or loyalty?
Loyalty. And I'm gonna just say, because once you cross me, I'm done. And I think that love is just different. You can get love from anywhere. Love is not, to me, love is universal. It's going to constantly happen. It's going to happen. Like, love is endless, right? It's, you come out in the world, somebody's coming to love you. Like, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I choose loyalty because, like,
do you think a person that truly loves you is not going to be loyal to you?
A person that truly loves you? Yeah, because you can hurt me. Like, a person that loves me could hurt me. A person that's loyal to me could hurt me too. But at the end of the day, I'm going to choose the person that's more loyal to me over love, because love is love. Fuck that. But don't cross me. Like, you cross me, that's it.
But this person that's loyal to you can cross
you. Anybody can cross you.
Exactly.
But I'm still choosing loyalty. Fuck love.
Fuck love.
Even though I want it, but fuck love.
So you want love.
So you want love.
You want love. But it's fuck love.
That boy.
That's
drink.
That's double negative. Yeah, you want to vote. That you want vote.
No, she's saying fuck love.
No, she said I want it.
But you want love. Oh, do you want love?
I did say.
So you got tried to help you. You got a drink. And this is and don't feel bad because you almost got out of it. You was gonna be the first person ever, right, KB, on this show to ever get out of that question. Usually everybody has to drink because usually somebody either picks one or the other answers and then in their explanation uses that answer in their explanation.
This how I feel though, y'all. Like I feel like love. To me, I have posted this one day. I think it was on Twitter too. But like when it comes to love, love is universal. Like we come out and we are expected to be loved for one by our parents, right? So at the end of the day, I'm going to choose loyal to you because shit, my own mama can hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I love the shit out of my mom. But is she loyal to me? Absolutely not. Like, so yeah, I'm gonna love you, but I'm gonna love you over here. I'm gonna be loyal to myself. So I'm going to choose loyalty forever. Like. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I want love, but fuck love. If loyalty comes,
maybe love is in everything because it's a language,
right? And it ain't like
so it's
me,
automatically in everything. It's like us opening our eyes in the morning and speaking our first words.
Exactly,
that's a language.
Exactly.
So love is pretty much in everything. I don't know if loyalty is in.
It's not
in everything.
It's not.
But
you don't get so many chances.
So loyalty is more rare. Which is why people come on here and that's their initial thought is I want loyalty, but they don't realize that the person that's loyal to you loves you.
No, fuck that.
They do. A person that's loyal to you loves you.
Okay.
It may not be in the traditional sense of love, but a person that loves you is loyal to you, and vice versa.
Yes, they are synonymous. Okay. You can't have one without the other.
You can't have one without
So what you call Kayla Lewis Allen said love and loyalty are not synonymous.
What?
She said they're not synonymous.
They're not. I agree. Okay. Love is love.
Love is love, and that's
if I give you my loyalty,
that's
if I give you my loyalty, I love you.
Absolutely.
Sure, but I don't have to be loyal to you to love you.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't have to be loyal to you to love you.
Okay, but because loyalty because love can exist without loyalty doesn't mean that loyalty can exist without love.
Okay, I'll give you
They
that.
said you are loyal for you, not the person that you're being loyal for. That's what Kayla said. She said your loyalty is for you.
Love for you. You don't love for somebody else.
No, that's something that she feels. If I love Ashley, she feels the love that I give her. That's not the.
But you love it. It's you loving that person. You're choosing.
But I'm saying the loyalty thing is for me. That could not even be how Ashley reciprocates to me. She could not be loyal to me, and I could be loyal to her.
She can love you, and you can still love her.
Facts.
They synonymous, bro. You can't have one without the other.
They're the same.
If I love you, I gotta be loyal to you.
No, the fuck you don't.
Love is a little.
No.
Hold on. Love is a little different because love encompasses a lot more.
Thank you.
Right?
It's just heavy.
But loyalty cannot exist without love. I can't be loyal to somebody I don't love in some way, shape, or form.
Okay.
That's how loyalty works.
So the part of the love is what, the admiration you have for this person?
Yes.
Loyalty is just a sign of love.
A sign of love. Thank you.
Just like when I show you affection, that's a sign of love.
So that's what loyalty is.
Yeah. It's another.
Y'all leveling love into a relationship.
Love is bigger than that.
No, we talk right. Love has categories. Love encompasses a lot of things.
Yeah.
But loyalty is a sign, a derivative of love.
Is it respect? Kayla Lewis Allen said maybe it's respect.
Respect is a form of love.
Admiration. They all coexist. Love is just the overall.
Right. Love is an umbrella.
And then you got the different stuff that you show love. It's all different ways to show your love. You could delete one of these and you can still.
This is why nobody should ever be able to come on the show and get away without drinking on this question.
Ashley almost got out of it. She almost got out. She was standing on it. Fuck love. Like somebody broke her heart here.
Right. Fuck love. I want it.
I want it.
But fuck love.
In this question, hell yeah, fuck it.
So on that note, man, this was episode 129 of the Slicktalk with Scalez podcast, man. We had author, motivational speaker, Ashley S. Don't forget the motherfucking S. Stokes in the building with us today. Dope show. Appreciate you. You was great company. Let them know where they can find your book at and let them know about the Sip and Speak.
Absolutely. So you guys can find my book on my website, ashleysstokes.com. Also, you can go ahead and look for it on Amazon, but it's easier if you go right to my website, ashleysstokes.com. Also, ladies, the Sip and Speak tickets are available to you right now on my website as well, ashleysstokes.com. Sip and Speak comes to you May 1st from 3 to 6 p.m. at Freight 38. That's 838 South First Street.
That is currently on the screen.
And I cannot wait to Sip and Speak with y'all.
Yes, sir. So like I said, this was episode 129 of the Slicktalk with Scalez podcast. Make sure you tap in with us every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30. It's my new start time because Boss Man said, man, you might as well go and say 7:30, man.
7:30.
You know what I mean? So you players don't look like you're rushing or nothing, man. We can make sure we have it together. We can have a consistent time for the people. So we going to say 7:30 from here on out. But make sure you tap in with us this Thursday. We got Indy the Queen coming through. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, this ladies' week, they taking over the show. Shout out Ashley for being in the building. Shout out Don. Shout out to Playmaker Blackout. Shout out to Compound. We are out. We will see y'all on Thursday.
I can't wait till women go.
Back to nigga day.
We definitely going.
Ladies,
next
I got
Tuesday, we going nigga day. We out of here.
Thank you.
For sure.